Oh, I can talk. Oh. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Mindminx Show. I am your favorite Mindminx. Wow, even I said my own name wrong. Let's try that again. Welcome back to another episode of the Mindminx Show. I am your favorite Mindminx. We're here with Mixed Vibes Radio as we always are, and we're on location outside of Red Bull Stadium. Let's get some homework done. We are gonna give a shout out to our sponsor, Absalom, located at 223 DeGraw Avenue in Teaneck, New Jersey, and to Castro Beats for the amazing beat that everybody out there in YouTube land can hear. We can't hear it, but when I play back, you can hear it. So I wanna give a special shout out to the new Mecca because I have another one of their artists with me here today, Beemurk. Mr. Personality, I'm gonna call him, because I swear to God, I thought he was all shy and quiet, and I'm like, you know, are you gonna be able to talk? Are you gonna be able? He's like, oh, don't worry about this. I can talk all day about myself. I was like, all right.
I was like, I'm about to turn it on right now.
All right, cool. Wait, here's how it goes. I was like, you want to say your real name, or or he's like Bernard. I'm like, dude, I'm looking at your email right here. He said Beemurk is on your ID.
Honestly, if I could figure out, if it was easy enough to do, I would go and put Beemurk on my ID. Like, I would really do it.
Really?
If I could, yeah, 100%, 100%.
So let's talk
Nobody, at this point in my life, nobody calls me my actual name. Nobody. Like, my mom calls me B.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. So where did Beemurk come from?
Honestly, I don't remember at what point everybody just started calling me that. Like, in probably 7th grade, 6th grade.
Oh,
my
really?
nickname was just Beemurk, and then when I started making music, that was just the easiest thing for,
carried along.
like, that was already my name. Like, that's what everybody called me.
So no idea what?
Literally, no idea. Like, I don't remember at what point, but at some point, everybody was just like, yeah, that's Beemurk. I was like, all right, that's my name.
Interesting.
I'm not Brandon no more.
You're not Brandon? So it's not Bernard.
It's definitely not Bernard.
Dumbass. That's such a guy thing to do. I can't tell you how many people have done. Why do guys do that, by the way?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. For me, it's just funny.
He said it's because he's been working shit.
Oh, do you? Do you? Oh, so that's why Ganja called you asking about.
Ganja completely fully knows I'm getting interviewed and calls my phone 4 times.
But that would explain what the.
Yeah, why he called me makes sense. I'd have been blowing up his phone too. No lie. Sheesh.
All right, so let's talk about this. You were born and raised in Bayonne, New Jersey.
Yes.
Wow.
Born and raised.
See, all the members of New Mecca that I've gotten to meet were, either from the Bronx transplanted to Jersey City. You're the first that I've met that is from Bayonne.
Yeah. So
are you still in Bayonne?
I actually recently moved to Jersey City, but
so everybody's in Jersey City.
But that's only since August. I've lived in Jersey City since August, last August.
So you've lived your whole life in Bayonne.
Whole life in Bayonne, yeah.
Okay. So how did you get introduced with New Mecca?
Okay, so I was originally always around Ganja. Me and Ganja were making music together. He was the first person to kind of be keeping me consistently in the studio and working on my music and stuff. And then he joined the New Mecca, and I wasn't part of New Mecca, but I was still around.
Okay.
And then after a year, almost a year, then I became part of the team too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your introduction to music though, was from your older brother.
Yeah.
How did that?
Like my older brother was always making music. Like I would be in the house and he'd be like, everybody be quiet, like I'm about to record. Like my older brother was making music like before there was like microphones in the house. Like he was making music with like a web microphone inside of like an iced tea container.
Oh.
Like no joke. I remember that, like that's like one of my vivid memories as a kid, is just like my brother being in our living room, like everybody shut the fuck up.
So you guys all have big personalities in your house then, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then it's just like from there, I honestly, I didn't get, like I was always around music, but I didn't start to make music myself until after I graduated high school.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'm kind of like, I'm on like 3 years making music now.
Is he flaming you today?
What did he say?
Of course he is. What did he say now?
He lives across the street from Bayonne.
No, I could literally throw a baseball from where I live in Jersey City into Bayonne.
So you're taking baby steps out of Bayonne
Pretty
into
much,
Jersey City.
pretty
Okay.
much. Like
Well, it is right
I was
there.
surprised that like I couldn't like get my niece. She came from North Carolina and we were trying to get her in school, so we were trying to get her into Bayonne High School,
Mm-hmm.
but we ended up having to put her in Jersey City High School. But it's like I literally live like 2 blocks into Jersey City.
So just so everybody knows in YouTube land, what we're doing is usually I'm on IG Live, so we're doing behind the scenes. And normally we put the camera so that we can see ourselves, but I can't see if anybody's commenting. So my wonderful engineer said, fuck you, we're doing it my way this time. And now he gets to see the comments. And that's, so at least we finally get to see what everybody's saying in the background.
Everybody that's tuned in, let me see the hearts. Come on, let me see thumbs up or up.
Aw.
I know you guys see it. Looks better.
Everybody that drops hearts is gonna get entered
It looks
into a
better this
raffle
way.
hosted by him.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna
So,
raffle off some merch.
so if anybody's joining in on the live behind the scenes, I'm gonna get some merch, and I think we're gonna do a raffle of some merch as long as you guys wear it. I think that's a great idea. I would love to see people posting pictures wearing my merch. All right, I'm sorry. But I thought that's a great idea.
It is a good idea.
Let's talk about more about you. So, not until after you graduated high school. How?
Yeah.
So, what made you want to start doing music yourself then?
Honestly, I was always working. Like all of high school, I was working. I was like a general manager at Sonic at one point. And then when I got fired from Sonic, I kind of just one day was just like working. Like my friends were making music. Like I have friends that make beats. Shout out Willie Propane. He's the first person that like got me in the studio because I was freestyling with him and stuff. And he was like, yo, you should really like make a song. And I made my first song, and then probably like a couple weeks later, when I put it on SoundCloud, I got like 40,000 like listens on it. So then we were like, from there I just kept going, and then he introduced me to Ganja, and Ganja was the one that kind of kept me in the studio after that. And like pandemic came, and when pandemic came, we were in the studio every day. Like I wasn't working, we were just in the studio every day. We put out like 3 projects of music that we made just during like pandemic time.
Wow.
Just being in the
So
studio
it's kind of a
every day.
blessing then for lockdown, because it lets you really concentrate on the music. What?
So when you were in Sonic, you had to ride around the rollerblades?
Yeah, I roller skate. I could roller skate backwards.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
I was waiting for that because they don't do that anymore. But now that he says that, that's.
Nah,
I thought
they're
it was a
supposed to
Southern
do
thing,
it.
but
They're
yeah,
supposed to do it.
Bam! Thank you.
Nah,
Really?
they're supposed to do it. Like you go to Sonic, they're supposed to come out
I've
on
never
roller
seen.
skates.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Like I was the
Sonic
general
often.
manager, and like if nobody was on roller skates, I would have to get on roller skates and bring out food.
I wasn't crazy.
Nah, yeah.
Somebody told me they don't do that.
I actually am like really good at roller skating.
Damn it! Now I wish
Like,
we had
I could-
roller skates. Do you
I
have
could
them in your
roller-
car?
I used to. I recently just like probably like 2 weeks ago threw out
lying.
threw them out.
He really does
No,
have
I'm
them, but
not
he doesn't
lying.
wanna put
Like,
them
am I
on.
lying? I'm not lying. Like I just threw them in the garbage recently. But I could
I
roller
didn't
skate.
know that was a
I had that
thing.
discussion with someone, and they were like, "You don't need to ride rollerblades."
You
I'm like,
all right? People get away with it by like saying like there's certain like if you feel like you could get hurt or you have like a condition, then they can't make you roller skate, but you're supposed to roller skate. Like typically when I would interview people, I would make them roller skate in front of me before I'd hire them.
Right, that should be a requisite if you're gonna work there.
Like I'd make them roller
That's such a
skate with the
Jersey
tray
thing.
of
I
food.
feel like that's such a Jersey thing. Like, nah, you gotta hire me, but I'm not rollerblading.
That's definitely a Jersey thing. because the only place I've ever seen car hops at Sonic that didn't roller skate was in Jersey. Any Sonic I went to that was outside of Jersey, they were all on roller skates. Managers, everybody on roller skates.
I didn't know
Only
that.
people that wouldn't be on roller skates is like kitchen. If you were working in the kitchen, you wouldn't be on roller skates.
Could you
No lie, like the drive-through. No, like
They were
even
on
in the drive-through,
skateboards.
like they'll be on roller skates.
Really?
Because they're supposed to take, like if there's a small order, they're supposed to go through the little door and bring it to the next cars, and they're supposed to come out on roller skates.
I didn't know that. See, I love it. I am
They're
so
flaming
happy.
me for roller skating? Of course. I know my friends.
Izzy, Sonic ain't been the same since you left.
Oh, I'm glad you said.
I literally,
that.
all right, it's a funny story because like before Mecca, before me making music, before anything, I literally used to work at the Sonic that was across the street from the studio.
Really?
Like that they broke it down and made it into a Starbucks, but like there used to be a Sonic right across the street from the studio.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right there. And I used to work right there.
Oh.
I'll take the bus over there from Bayonne.
Where is he going? Oh, okay. He's leaving. Our engineer is leaving. When he walks away, it makes me
said
nervous.
something too crazy. He probably had to walk off.
He had to leave. All right, so that was pretty cool though. I did not know that about Sonic. I think I've gone to like Sonic twice in my life.
I don't go there anymore.
Bad
It's like-
blood.
Yeah.
Oh, fuckers.
It's alright though, cause
This is why they didn't last.
it's alright though because
closed.
if I didn't get fired from Sonic, I never would have became a SoundCloud rapper.
No. I think it's hysterical. No, we're gonna say if they hadn't fired you, maybe they would have made it through lockdown.
That's my guy right there.
Yo.
I fuck with you, yo.
Yo. They would have made it through lockdown. Because they closed the one by me too.
Where's that? Which one?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay. Because I worked at a few different ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I worked North Bergen, Hasbrook Heights, the one on 46 I worked at. They had me all over the place.
He's gonna show him.
What is that, bro?
He got fired for stealing the tater tots.
Nah, I actually.
Were they
I
good
actually,
tater tots at least? I
The
love
tater,
tater
the
tots.
tater tots at Sonic are really good, but I actually got fired for I got fired for a few different reasons, to be honest. I was 18 and like running a whole store. I didn't really know what I was doing, so I got fired.
Oh, so that's not your fault then.
Yeah, I kind of was underqualified to be the general manager.
Oh, yeah, at 18, a general manager.
Yeah. I just was kind of the only person who agreed to it. Like they asked everybody else in the store and everybody said no. And I said yeah, because I was like, I'll take a salary. Like I was still in high school. It was like the last couple months of my senior year that they made me a general manager. So like, that was good money. In high school, no bills.
Right? Wait. So then how was your lockdown pay? You know what I mean? Like because wait, so.
Nah, like I got fired right before pandemic started.
So were you on unemployment?
I was on unemployment.
So then you
I was
got
getting
that.
really good unemployment. I was getting like $1,000 every week.
Ah, it's good for you. Fuck that shit.
I was getting $1,000 and then the $500 extra
Good
every
for
week.
you. Fuckers. I'm fucking
That's why
jealous.
I was in the studio every day.
I worked through the whole, I was one of those completely bitter people because I worked through the whole lockdown, so I didn't get no extra shit. I just got my paycheck, like motherfuckers. So I was bitter.
I was in the studio every day, pandemic. Like I was taking the train to the studio in Elizabeth. I'll take the light rail to Exchange Place, from Exchange Place to Elizabeth, and then walk to the studio every day. But then I ended up getting a car and stuff.
So you got to do some projects with some pretty, I'm sorry, these were your inspirations. So you feel that your inspirations were Drake to Juice Wrld?
I listen to a lot. Like that's
idea.
like.
Okay, this is how old I am. I have no idea who Juice Wrld is.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, maybe I've heard of the music and just not who the person. Because I didn't know who Ice Spice was either, but I knew the music.
Oh,
No, I knew the music.
Ice
No,
Spice
I know it.
was?
Yeah, I thought they were talking about Ice Ice Baby when they said
What?
that. Dude, I'm old. I'm actually really old. Well, I know
That's
who
not
Ice Spice
funny.
is now. Listen, it makes for fun stories.
That's
Dude, I'm really old, actually.
I don't want to ask you how old.
You could ask me. I love telling people.
How old are you?
I'm 47.
Okay. I don't get it. I'm 24.
I'm old enough to be all your mom. Are you upset that I don't know? Like he's all quiet.
I'm trying to think of how to explain. All right.
What?
Yo,
what did he say? What did he
We should have
say?
never let him do this. We should have just let everybody ignore this. What?
Izzy just. I can't wait to have him back on.
It's all right. Izzy knows.
He said she thought Ice Spice was at Starbucks with fresh.
Maybe like a chai latte type of thing.
I can't wait, yo.
A frozen chai latte.
I'm gonna make it my
That's
mission
exactly.
that when Izzy comes on here, that I'm just in the live going crazy, going crazy.
Well,
Izzy knows. Like one person who will sit there and go back and forth with him is me. Like I'll sit there and entertain his bullshit.
Well, Ice Spice does sound like a nice frozen chai latte.
I can see it.
Right?
I can see it.
I can see it too.
Definitely does. It could be a vape too. Ice Spice could definitely be a vape.
I don't know. All right, so I know who Drake is.
Okay. Juice Wrld, he's an artist. He passed away. But he made like a lot of like melodic type of songs and like very like emotional music that I don't know, like I listen to it a lot. Like that's just one of like my inspirations.
So please send me a couple of songs.
I will. I can do that. Yeah.
There's a lot of music out there in the world, don't judge.
Yeah.
And obviously I know who Adam Levine is, so that's quite a range.
Yeah, I definitely listen to like everything. Like people that like be around me, they get very confused like with how like up and down my music taste is. Like I could listen to like some really hood shit and the next song I play is like the most pop song ever. Like that's just me. Like my taste in music is really widespread.
Do you think I feel like it's kind of indicative of all of you guys in New Mecca, because I didn't feel like, you know, you guys are a rapper or R&B. I felt like you guys had a nice range of, you know what I mean? Like you guys are artists.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I definitely consider myself like just an artist. Like I don't consider myself a rapper or a singer. Like I'm an artist. Like I consider myself more of a writer. Like I can write music to any type of genre, I feel like. Like if I'm just in that mood, in any type of mood, I can make any type of song. It just depends on like how I wake up in the morning, to be honest.
Do you think that that's why you guys mesh so well together?
I definitely think that plays into it. Like we could all be in the room and just like everybody's moods affect what we make and it always comes out really good. So it's like, we just kind of feed off of each other. I feel like, especially like me and Ganja, like when we make music together, it's like, it's so effortless. Like we just kind of like feed off of each other and we make really good music together. And it's like, we don't really have to try hard.
Okay, and that's nice when it's effortless like that.
Yeah.
And you said you've already done, what, I know, 3 joint projects with Ganja.
Yes.
Oh, this was great. So, you have a background at orchestra.
Yeah, like when I was a kid.
Violin and piano.
And it's funny because like I never saw myself as being a musician when I was doing that. Like I wish I made beats when I was really good at playing piano or really good at playing violin. Like now I'm like very, like I'm not as well practiced as I used to be in playing instruments, but now I make music, so it's like.
But does that background help you in that now?
Definitely. Like I have a pretty good understanding of like music theory and like hearing things and knowing like this is in key or this is out of key just from, like I took high school. In high school I took 3 years of piano in my school. So like I can just hear things and know like this is wrong or this is right, even if I can't like fix it myself because I'm not like well practiced in playing instruments anymore. I could like tell. Like a lot of people make beats and I'm gonna look in the camera and say this, y'all 808s be out of key. They don't be like in key and they don't hear it, but like I hear it.
What he said.
Like I could hear it, like I hear it and it's like that's not in the same key as the pianos.
Would you ever consider including anything, because I think like, well, I love the violin. I played the violin when I was a little kid too. That doesn't mean I was any good at it, but I loved playing the violin. I think that's one of the prettiest instruments out there. Would you ever, because that's a different, like that's not a popular, you know, piano, obviously drums are huge to be, you know, for a kid to play. But a violin, and you're younger, so to hear that that was an instrument that was available, I think that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I honestly just, it happened like my sister played violin, so we kind of had one in the house, and then when I wanted to join band in school, I didn't have to buy a violin because I already had one. So then I ended up
by default. Okay.
Yeah, like it was like, all right, well, I have a violin, so I can join the band.
But did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it.
I
enjoyed it.
Violin is beautiful.
Yeah, I was really into it. That's one of like my one things that I kind of regret is like that I didn't make music at the time that I was playing instruments and stuff, because I could have like, I know, I was actually recently talking to Izzy about it, like I should get a violin and start practicing again. Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Did you ever see the movie, what was the movie that they what was it, Nerds? Is that the one I'm thinking of? There's no one old enough. Mikey. What's the movie where they
flaming me stuff?
Is it Nerds? Is it where at the end of it when they have to do the talent show that he does the electronic violin? Dear Lord, never mind. I'm gonna look it up, I'm gonna send it to you.
That's older than me.
You're lying, you're not that much younger than me, shut up. Dear Lord, there's a movie, Revenge of the Nerds. I knew it was right. You've never seen Revenge of the Nerds?
I wasn't old enough to watch it.
You're so stupid, I can't stand him.
No, I've never seen
There's
that movie.
this movie, Revenge of the Nerds.
Honestly, there's a lot of movies I've never seen. Like people always talk about movies, and I'm like, no, I've never seen that.
Check it out. It has nothing to do with music, but at the end, they have to do like this talent competition, and the nerds do their own like, you know, band. And the one, he does play violin, but they like hook it up, make it like electric violin.
That sounds crazy.
It was crazy. Now mind you, this is an 80s movie, so that's in what I hear in my head whenever I think of you possibly.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, a lot of instruments are just like, people just play them on a piano. Like you could just put it on the computer and play it on a piano. So people tend to like not be picking up actual instruments. Like I'm sure, honestly, there's definitely some program that has an electric violin. Like that sounds like something that exists.
I know, but that like takes away from the...
Yeah, from actually like hooking it up and playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that feeling and having to put it on your chin. Like, I don't know, there's just like, you know.
I love that though. I definitely like the live instruments. Like my producer, Clutch, he plays instruments. So he, like when he makes my beats, like he'll actually like pick up a guitar and play it on my beat.
So what has been your favorite project so far? And I'm speaking specific, I'm not speaking music. You put it on here for a reason on your bio.
Oh. Well, definitely part of my journey has been, recently I had my first son. I became a father. And it's definitely changed like how I've been able to work around with my music. But it's definitely, I've been like just finding a balance of like being home with kids and being in the studio. Like I'm definitely not in the studio every day like I was, but I have a setup at home now. I work, like I start ideas and stuff at home, and then when I feel like something's ready, like I'll bring it to the studio after and finish it.
That's so funny. Sorry, I told you I get distracted easily.
No, I'm the same way. I'm literally, I'm like, what is that?
What's he?
You just look and you start following the wire.
Yeah. And then I can hear myself because he took his headphones off. Sorry, I get distracted easily. All right, so yeah, the reason I brought that up was because, like I said earlier, when somebody puts something in their bio, obviously it's important to them. So I knew I wanted to bring that up. So congratulations on your son. And then you made your first song in early 2017. That's the one you were saying that you got the 40,000.
Yes.
How many songs have you done since then? Why do you laugh?
Since then, I've done probably like hundreds of songs.
Really? Wait, have you
Hundreds. I've put out, I want to say, at least 100 and like more than 100 songs.
Well,
I
good
definitely
for
have more than 100 songs
you.
out.
Because like I've spoken to people to be like, yeah, I've written like over 500 songs, but I've only felt comfortable putting out 5.
Okay, no, that's not me. Like
Good for
I've
you.
made it like my mission to never be that person. Cause if I let a song sit in my, like, if I let a song sit in my folder too long, I feel like I've already made something better than that, and I don't want to drop it no more.
Okay.
So when I make things like all right, yesterday I dropped a new song, but I made that song like last week. Like as soon as I make something, it's either, like I can quickly tell like either this is gonna go out or this is just never coming out.
So it's not a matter of I don't know if it's ready.
Not really. Like when I make songs, I make like I work kind of weird. Like when I make my music, I make it specifically for something. Like when I work on a project, like for example, like when me and Ganja did our last project, Toxic Love Songs, we did it and we probably made like 50 songs and we only dropped 10 of them. But it's like when I'm working on a project, like I'll make mad songs and then it's like we'll pick what's the best ones from there.
Okay.
But
What
either way,
happens
it's
to
like
the other?
they're never coming out.
Really? Aw,
Like,
man.
all right, like we put those 10 songs out and all the other songs we made, none of them have come out. And it's been almost 2 years.
Do you think you'll ever like touch them again, like go back to them? You don't throw them away though, right?
They just kind of sit in the archives. They just sit in the hard drive.
So you could go back to it and like revisit
Some
it.
things, I don't know. I feel like I feel like when time passes, it's like you make something better than that already. That's how I feel. Like if all right, I look at music like basketball. Like you go to the basketball court every day. Like if you want to be in the NBA, you go and practice every day. You want to like be a big music artist, you make music every day. So the music I made last week, the music I make this week should be better than that.
Okay.
Like you just got to be constantly progressing. And at the same time, it's like if you're putting things out, then you're seeing, all right, like when I drop music, I see what people gravitate towards or what they don't gravitate towards. So it's like, I know kind of like what path I want to stay on and what I want to keep releasing from there.
Gotcha.
So it's like, I don't know, I try to just keep like in my head, like an idea of what I'm doing as I'm doing it.
Okay. Well, you definitely seem to have a mission already created
Yeah.
for yourself.
Definitely. I try to stay like that. Like I'm really like, I'm an overthinker. So I try to like not let myself overthink when it comes to my music. Like if I make it, I feel like everything I make has value, you feel me? Like everything you create has value to the world, but it's like some people are gonna either like it or they're not gonna like it. Like everything you make isn't gonna be for everybody.
Right.
So
And you're okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Good.
Like I definitely all right. Like one thing I could say, if you listen to my music, like from when I first started to now, you'll definitely see like progression. And that's like one of the most important things to me is like if I go back to an old song and try to rework it and like, I feel like I'm just working backwards because I could just make a new song that's better than that song.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. That's just how I think.
Oh, well, that's fair. And at least you know that about yourself.
Yeah.
At how old are you again?
24.
24. At 24, you know that. I'm 47 and still figuring myself out, so God bless you. So what's next for Beemurk?
I mean, right now I just dropped actually my first single from this whole year because I dropped a project in November on my birthday, November 26th. And from there, I just kind of was working on a whole bunch of different music, and I just dropped my first single of the year. It's called Let Me Know. I dropped it yesterday.
Oh, congratulations! Is that what you played last night?
Yeah.
That got you?
Well, actually,
We won't talk about.
I didn't actually
You know?
perform that song
No?
yesterday. No, but I don't know. I'm really excited about it. It's a good song. I want to shoot a music video soon to it, which I won a music video yesterday from the contest.
So then there you go.
So I'm probably gonna shoot that new song, and then yeah, the summer's coming, so I'm gonna start dropping some more singles in the next couple weeks, and just keep going from there.
Oh, that sounds great. I want to thank you so much for sharing your story. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, everybody, it's a brand new week, so go own it and mind your favorite minx and join us next time.